Have you ever been told to completely avoid rice if you're diabetic? Most people believe rice is a guaranteed blood sugar spike just waiting to happen, but that's not the whole truth. What if I told you some common types of rice, the very ones you see every week at the grocery store, are actually helping people lower their blood sugar levels? Today, I'm going to show you two surprisingly common types of rice. They're shocking even the most skeptical doctors. They're easy to find and not expensive, and they're definitely not what you'd expect to see in a typical diabetes-friendly diet. But new research is turning everything upside down. It's showing how these everyday grains can improve insulin sensitivity and naturally stabilize glucose levels. So, before I reveal exactly which ones they are, hit the like button. This helps this video reach more people who are fighting diabetes. Let's walk this journey together. Wild rice, your unexpected ally. Have you ever avoided wild rice just because it looked different from the kind you're used to? Maybe it seemed too dark, too fancy, or just unfamiliar. But what if that unusual-looking rice was actually one of the best things you could add to your meals, especially if you live with diabetes? I know it sounds surprising, but wild rice is doing something amazing inside the bodies of people over 60. It's not just helping with blood sugar, it's even calming down everyday aches in the joints. That's why so many people are giving this strange rice a second chance. You see, most people over 60 deal with joint pain at some point, especially in the knees, hips, or hands. These little aches may seem small at first, but over time, they steal your energy and joy. Wild rice, when added to your meals, can gently reduce inflammation. This helps ease that stiffness. You don't need a special pill or expensive food to start feeling a difference. It just takes small changes that support your body from the inside out. And this rice does exactly that quietly and naturally. Wild rice isn't just good for joints. It's also excellent for blood sugar control. That's because it breaks down slowly, helping prevent those sugar spikes that many people dread after eating. When your blood sugar stays steady, you feel clearer, calmer, and more in control of your day. There's no crash, no sudden exhaustion, and no guilt after eating. Just a warm, satisfied feeling that lets you move on with your life. Have you ever felt that way after a meal? If you're used to white rice, this might sound like a big shift, but the taste of wild rice is nutty, earthy, and comforting. Once you give it a try, it holds up well in soups, casseroles, or even simple veggie stir-fries. I recommend boiling 1 cup of wild rice with 3 cups of water or broth. Let it simmer until the grains split open and become fluffy. It's easy to make a big batch, store it, and enjoy it all week long without extra work. Let's talk about comfort food. One of my favorite things to make is a wild rice soup with chicken, carrots, and a splash of coconut milk. It's creamy, soothing, and it absolutely doesn't mess with your blood sugar. You can also mix it with chopped spinach, mushrooms, and a touch of olive oil for a quick lunch. These are the meals that leave you feeling full but light, satisfied but balanced. And the best part? They're budget-friendly and easy to prepare. Tell me, have you ever cooked with wild rice before? I'd love to hear your story in the comments. Just type wild rice if you're curious to try it, or if it's already part of your kitchen. Let's make it a space to connect. If you've tried wild rice and noticed a change in your energy, joints, or sugar, tell us in the comments. Write just one sentence. You never know who's scrolling and needs to hear exactly what you have to say. Around here, your voice matters. Have you ever had trouble sleeping after a heavy dinner? Some people say wild rice makes evenings easier because it's not loaded with starch or sugar. Your body stays calm. That means better digestion, a more peaceful night, and fewer bathroom trips. And that's a big deal when you're trying to rest, isn't it? One easy dinner idea: wild rice, roasted zucchini, grilled chicken breast, and a squeeze of lemon. Light, delicious, and sugar-friendly. Make it once, and you might find yourself repeating it all month. Good food has a way of sticking around like that. It becomes part of your rhythm. Now let's talk about price. Wild rice isn't as expensive as people think. A small bag goes a long way, especially if you cook and store it right. Think of it as an investment in your daily comfort. Skip one processed snack, and you've already covered the cost. That's the kind of swap that really pays off. Did you know some doctors are starting to recommend wild rice to their patients? Especially those who are older, managing diabetes, or trying to ease inflammation. It's gentle on the stomach, kind of the joints, and slow to raise blood sugar. Those are rare qualities in food, but wild rice checks all the boxes. Want to try something new? How about wild rice tacos? Use lettuce leaves as shells. Fill them with wild rice, black beans, avocado, and salsa. It's fresh, fun, and surprisingly filling. Perfect for lunch or a light dinner, especially on warm days. And if you make it, send me a message. I'd love to hear how it turned out. Have you noticed how food affects your mood? When your sugar spikes, it's easy to feel anxious, tired, or irritable. Wild rice helps level that out. This is a safe space, and just one idea can be the nudge someone else needs. And if you're new to brown rice, write the word energy so I know you're jumping in. One common complaint is brown rice takes too long to cook. And yes, it does take longer than white rice, but it's worth every minute. You can cook it in batches. Boil 2 cups on Sunday, store it in containers, and you'll have ready-to-use rice all week. Warm it up for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. No stress, just smart planning. Speaking of breakfast, yes, you can eat brown rice in the morning. Heat a bowl with a little almond milk, cinnamon, and banana slices. It's like oatmeal but with more texture. This kind of meal fuels your day, supports your sugar, and leaves you full until lunchtime. It's gentle, warm, and comforting, like a hug in a bowl. Do your knees ache when you get up from the couch? Brown rice might not sound like the solution, but hear me out. When your blood sugar is more stable, inflammation often goes down. And when inflammation goes down, joint pain can ease up too. It's all connected. You're not just eating rice. You're supporting your entire system. And guess what? Brown rice is affordable. You don't have to shop at fancy stores or buy imported ingredients. Most grocery stores carry it in large bags for a fair price. And because it's filling, a little goes a long way. It's one of those foods that stretch your dollar and stretch your health. That's rare these days, isn't it? Let's say you want to try it for dinner tonight. Cook 1 cup of brown rice with 2.5 cups of water. Simmer until soft and fluffy, around 40 minutes. Serve it alongside baked salmon and steamed broccoli. That's a full, delicious, sugar-friendly plate that supports your joints, your heart, and your sugar all at once. Do you know someone who's always complaining about low energy? Send them this video. Maybe they don't realize that switching rice could help. We're not talking about big, hard changes. Just a swap that supports the body gently. Brown rice isn't trendy, but it works. And what matters more than something that works? Some people say they sleep better when their blood sugar stays more even. Brown rice helps with that too. If you often wake up feeling drained, it could be from blood sugar swings in the night. Eating brown rice at dinner may help your levels stay balanced as you sleep, so your body rests and repairs the way it's supposed to. Do you snack late at night because you feel hungry again? Brown rice helps prevent that. Its fiber keeps you fuller longer. So after dinner, you don't feel the need to grab a cookie or chips. That's one less temptation and one more win for your sugar goals. Small choices lead to big results when done consistently. Let's make this real. Have you ever swapped white rice for brown rice? How did it go? I want to hear about it in the comments. Be honest. Did you love it? Hate it? Need help making it taste better? We're all learning together, and your tip might be exactly what someone else needs to try it again. If you're worried about taste, try this tip. Cook brown rice in low-sodium chicken broth instead of water. It adds flavor without adding sugar. Or toss in a bay leaf while it cooks for a subtle aroma. You don't have to settle for bland. Just be creative. Your meals should taste good and feel good too. Now, let's get personal. If you've been dealing with brain fog or forgetfulness, stabilizing your sugar might help. Brown rice gives your brain a steady flow of energy. That means more focus, fewer mood swings, and clearer thinking. It won't fix everything, but it can support your mind in ways you might not expect. What about weight? Many older adults struggle with unwanted weight gain. Brown rice helps you feel full, which may reduce overeating. Combined with simple movement like walking, it becomes part of a gentle weight routine, and it doesn't feel like a punishment. It just feels like living well, body and your life. If you've ever felt confused about what's really safe to eat, or worried that one wrong bite could mess up your whole day, then this next video will clear up a lot for you. It has a strategy that many seniors are using to keep their numbers stable, without giving up flavor, comfort, or joy at the table. You do not want to miss this, because the difference it's making in people's lives is something no one told you before. So go ahead, click that video now, and let's take the next step together. See you there.